Welcome. Today you will learn about Linde, a leading industrial gases and engineering company. You will hear about our operations, business, management, processes, culture, and about our graduate program. I hope you will enjoy it. Now I have Jan Ellringmann with me. You are the Business President of Linde Europe North. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
So, if you would describe Linde in 30 seconds, what would you say?
Yeah, Karina, that's not easy, describing a global business in 30 seconds, but let's give it a try. Linde is the global leader in industrial gases and engineering. And industrial gases basically means nitrogen, argon, oxygen, hydrogen, and all different kind of welding gases, but pub gas as well. We are striving for making the world more productive. And what we mean with that is basically the way we are using our gases with our customers is typically in a way that they make a process more efficient or more effective. And finally, 3 topics. Safety, that's something that's really important for us and our clients and our employees. It's diversity and it's sustainability. Overall, I think it's a great company.
And in your words, what would you say is the main strengths of Linde as an employer and as a business leader?
Yeah, let me start with the supplier side. I think what we deliver to our customer is a promise of reliability, a promise of true technical capabilities in engineering solutions for our customers, and innovations, like our e-channel, for example, just lately. And when you think about the employer side, then actually I think it's really 3 topics. It's opportunities, it's resilience, and it's variety. And just to explain that a little bit, I think the opportunities really comes with what you're doing and what we offer, but both have to come together. If you're willing to improve, if you're willing to learn, and if you really want to make a difference and change the way we are doing business, then the world is yours. When I talk about resilience, then I talk about our business model. And when you look through the cycles of the last financial crisis or now the pandemic as well, Linde most probably is one of those companies globally which are doing best. We have an impact, but compared to like airlines or whatsoever, name it, I think we're still faring quite well. And finally, as I said, variety. And this is something I really like to think about because whatever you see, whatever you do globally, be it in semiconductors, in food, in beverages, in pubs, in hospitals, in steel making, be it in welding, wherever you go, actually somehow somebody is using industrial gases. And that's what I mean with variety, and that's really cool.
Thanks. Sounds very exciting. And future perspectives then, and growth areas. What's next?
Well, as much as we are a global business and we are exposed to all the different kind of industries, this is really where you find the growth opportunities. It's not one silver bullet, but actually multiple options where we can grow still. Just to name 3, one is food, for example, like aquaculture, fish farming in the Nordics and in Scandinavia. But we also have got the area of electronics and semiconductors. Maybe less so in Scandinavia, but globally this is a big business opportunity for us. And you use industrial gases really in the way how the small microchips are actually produced. And finally, hydrogen. Hydrogen is a huge growth opportunity, and I guess all of us are aware of the discussions that we currently have on our economies and decarbonization. And we really can play a role there.
And if you think of Linde, this is a question I will ask all the participants in this program. What makes you smile?
What makes me smile? Yeah. Wow. I guess to start with the teams I've been working with. I really had a joy working with. It's been a great couple of years now, 10 years with Linde. And whenever I had a chance to work with teams, form teams, and to see how we were able to excel as a team, that makes me smile. When I think about the opportunities that I had working in Germany, out of Munich, in strategy, globally, locally then for a business, and then going into the UK and now being here the business president in Scandinavia, that makes me smile. And finally, as I always was already were referring to, the variety. It's just everywhere. And this doesn't stop, but it's also included when you go into a pub and somebody pours you a pint.
Thank you, Jan. Thanks for coming here.
My pleasure.
Now I have Christina Karlsson with me via link from Tallinn, Estonia. And Christina is heading our Business Service Center for Linde Europe North. Welcome.
Hello, Karina. Thank you very much. Very nice to be here.
So you have had an international, exciting career with Linde. Can you tell us a bit about your current and previous roles and why you choose to work for Linde?
Absolutely. I started Linde some years ago when I graduated from KTH, and almost immediately I got the opportunity to try out many different positions in many different countries. I have had management positions in Brazil. I had project manager positions in Americas, in United States. I worked in Europe and in different management positions in Germany, in France, and since a couple of years back now, I'm back in the region Europe North. And as you mentioned, heading the Business Service Center in Tallinn, where we serve customers with all types of questions that they might have. And I really asked for an international kind of career when I graduated, and with Linde, I got it.
Thanks, nice to hear that. And if you would describe Linde's culture, what would you say?
Multiculti, definitely. I have colleagues and friends all over the world. I have the great advantage of taking part of development of technology from all our companies of all corners of the globe. It's a fantastic environment for building good networks that is useful throughout your whole professional life. I still have many friends from many different Linde companies that I worked for, and I know I can reach out to them anytime and ask for support when I need it.
And Linde is, as you know, an exciting company with a lot of products and applications for several industries. So where is Linde in your everyday life?
Well, you bet. It is involved in everything that surrounds you. You'd be surprised. Gas is used in almost all applications that you can think of. Everything from bleaching the paper with oxygen that you have in your hand, to hydrogen to run a better environmentally friendly vehicles, to medical gases in our hospitals, to food gases to preserve our food better, to gas in the light bulbs, which are in the lamps above your head. You'd be surprised where you can find gas applications. And for me, it's gone so far that I cannot go anywhere without starting to look for our Linde logo and gas cylinders and gas tanks.
So finally, if you think of Linde, what makes you smile?
Well, it makes me very happy that we have so many different types of technologies that prevent emission of CO2. We save the globe from tons of CO2 emission every year. What makes me smile personally are all the great colleagues that I have from very many countries that I work with every day. And now in Tallinn, for example, they're trying to teach me both Estonian and Russian. Very difficult, but lots of fun. And it makes not only me smile, but everybody around me as well.
Very nice to hear, Christina. Thanks so much for joining in.
Oh, thank you very much, Karina. Very nice to be here.
We with me now is Therese Johansson via link from Iceland. And Therese is our country manager for Iceland. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Thank you. And you joined Linde in the graduate program some years ago. Why did you choose to apply?
Yes, I did. I have known for a very long time that I wanted to have an international career, but I was also very interested in different functional areas. So I thought the best start for me in the professional life is to start with a graduate program that was both cross-functional and international, and Linde offered this opportunity.
You have already had several different positions in different countries. So can you share a bit? What have you done so far?
Yes, so after the graduate program, I became strategy and program manager for our global healthcare unit. So actually, I got my dream job. I got to work with exactly what I had described during the interviews that I wanted to work with, cross-functional and international. As a next step, I was looking for a management opportunity. So I became production manager in one of our healthcare plants outside of Paris. After that, I was a regional logistics manager, and this was a change in both scope, functional scope, and geographical scope for me. And then currently a country manager in Iceland, which means that I'm responsible for all the functions that happen here locally.
And especially exciting moments you can share?
There are so many. I can think about the go live of a new traceability system in one of our productions. We had been working for more than a year, ensuring that all the processes were correct and that all the user cases were taken into consideration. And I still remember the feeling when this first cylinder went through the new process successfully. That was really great. I guess another exciting moment, very different, was the first time there was a strike in France after I had become manager there. This was a real managerial learning opportunity for me. Something a little bit more recent would have to be here in Iceland. It happened just a few weeks after I joined my new role. And there was seismic activity close to one of our factories and some of our customer locations. And we sat down with a team to discuss what were the actions that we would take in case this volcano would explode. So this really shows the difference, the different challenges that we have in the different countries.
Yeah, that's a lot already. Thanks.
It is.
And in your view, what makes Linde different as an employer and also company?
For me, it's really the wide range of customers. We work with the metallurgy customers as well as the private person making carbonated water at home, as well as healthcare customers and food customers, just to mention a few. This is an opportunity for us to get an insight into a wide range of industry, but for me personally, it also gives a sense of security because we're less exposed to trends within individual industries.
Great. So, final question. Thinking of Linde, what makes you smile?
I would have to say the colleagues. The colleagues are great team players. We really come together to achieve our common goals. And whenever you need help with something, there's always a helping hand. I would have to mention the managers as well. I've always had managers around me who have ensured that I was ready for the next step and then supported me to take that next step.
Thank you, Therese, for joining in.
Thank you.
Linde has a graduate program starting once a year. And with me in the studio today is Robin Olofsson, who joined Linde via the graduate program. And today you're the Process Operations Manager for Linde Europe North. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here, Karina.
And why did you choose to apply to the graduate program?
Well, what really excited me with the program to start was the rotations you get to do in it. Usually you get one in operation, one in marketing and sales, and then a support function. I think this, together with the international assignment, is a great way to get started in a company. And then after joining the program, I also learned that you get a lot of freedom within the assignments. I mean, you can book meetings with anybody that does something you think is interesting. You can go on ride-alongs with truck drivers. And in general, deep dive into issues and topics that is not really part of your core assignment. So you get time to experience and learn on the job. I think that's really great. So for anybody that is not sure exactly what they want to do after graduating, I think that the graduate program is a great start. You can try a few things before you end up in your first line position. And honestly, I think that getting this wider view of the company is a great way to help you also in your first regular position in the company.
And as the process operations manager, what do you do and what's the best part of your job today?
So in operations, what I really like is working with like-minded people that work together to solve the issues of the day. Because in my team, we have everybody have a diverse set of tasks, do very different things, but the end goal is always the same. Safe, reliable, and efficient delivery of product, gases, to our customers. And everybody working towards this same objective, I think, is a really nice thing in our job. And what I also like, being a graduate from industrial engineering and management, is having more knowledgeable colleagues explaining the technical bits and pieces of the job to me.
And how is Linde unique as an employer in your view?
What I really like about Linde is that it's a regional business within a global company. What I mean with that is, so take our region, for example, Northern Europe. My role is regional, so I work within the Nordic and Baltics. This is my role, and my responsibility is only for these countries. But I have colleagues and I have contacts and meetings every week with colleagues around Europe and from the US. And this kind of network and international support, I think, is really beneficial. So in our region, for example, I'm the only one in my role, but monthly I have meetings with 5 colleagues all around Europe in the exact same role, and we discuss current issues and solutions and that kind of thing. So that is one of the strengths with a big, large international company.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Love this question. Maybe I'm working with one of the colleagues somewhere else in Europe or APAC or Americas. Maybe I'm still in Sweden but doing something completely different from the operational role I have today, or maybe I'm still in the same role, who knows. The only thing I know about the company is that if you have performed in one role, you get the opportunity to do the same in another, even if it's something completely different that you don't have any experience with. The company believes in its employees, and I think that's really great.
Final question. Thinking of Linde, what makes you smile?
So I remember learning this during my recruitment process, or when I was applying for the graduate program. So it's a company of, around 80,000 employees. We're present in more than 100 countries, but most people have not heard about Linde. Or if they have learned about Linde, it's about our consumer brands. I think that learning this and seeing the impact that we have in the industrial motor is really cool. I mean, we are an integral part in a lot of big industries, steel and paper mills. We're supplying life-saving medical oxygen. And I think telling people about this, lifting the curtain, so to speak, is really great, and I enjoy doing that.
Thanks a lot for those insights, and thanks for coming here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. I hope you've learned a lot of new insights about Linde. And if you have further questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks a lot.